Hey everybody. So it is a rainy, chilly Monday, and I've been up working for about 3 hours, and now I'm starting to realize that my body needs a little attention. So I think it's really easy for those of us who are working from home to just kind of jump out of bed and go to our desk, which is a new weird reality. So this is just a little reprieve from that here on the mat, and it's going to be mainly down here on the ground. So join me. All right. So I'm going to start just cross-legged, and we're just going to circle. Maybe take some big breaths. Maybe move your jaw around. Stick out your tongue. Let your elbows be soft. Let your shoulders be soft. And go the other direction. Cricking and cracking. That's what my spine's doing, at least. Nice. All right. Now sit up nice and straight. So push into your sits bones. It's kind of that movement like you're closing a car door with your bum. And think of the crown of the head floating up to the sky. All right. Hands into prayer, and let's inhale and reach up and exhale back into the heart. We're going to take that 5 times all together. So if you want to close your eyes, you can. And again, reach and exhale into the heart. Again, reach, maybe look up and exhale into the heart. And one more here. Reach and exhale into the heart. Nice. All right. Keep your hands in prayer at the heart. And then we're just going to turn and look to our left with an inhale. And exhale through center and inhale right. And exhale through center and inhale left. And exhale center and inhale right. Nice. And back through center and then reach up again. And exhale your right fingers down to the ground. I like to stay on my fingertips. And just reach. Make sure that you're not lifting up, that you're continuing to press down. And maybe if it's okay with the neck, just look up at a diagonal toward the sky. And then let the breath come into the left side body as though you're making more space between the ribs. Nice. And inhale both arms up and exhale over to the left. Reach the right hand. Turn that right shoulder back a little. Press the right sits bone down and look up. Easy breaths. Notice if you're getting jagged or short. Nice. And inhale, reach back up, and exhale, float those hands down. Good. Bring your hands onto your shoulders, and we're just going to circle our elbows forward. Really think of when you come forwards, separating those shoulder blades, making more space. Good. And now come back. And when you come back, think of opening the chest, lifting the breastbone. Good. And one more. Nice. And then go ahead and clasp your hands, your fingers together And just circle your wrists. So if you've been working at a computer a lot, so it's kind of like you're making figure eights, just rolling your wrists. Good. And then take one hand and then just stretch those fingers back, opening through the wrist and the front of the muscles on the front of the forearm. Good. And then taking the other side. Nice. Good. And just shake. All right. Nice wide stance here. So imagine you've got a soup pot here and we're just going to do easy circles. You got a big spoon. So you want to try and keep those legs active and also not roll in or roll out, but just stay on a center line. And as you go, you might be able to start reaching a little farther. Great, and now I'm going to go the other direction. Good, and one more. Great, coming back to center. And now I'm going to sit back on my hands and my feet are a little wider than hip width. And I'm going to let them go side to side. And I'm going to look in the opposite direction. Good. Just kind of getting into those hips a little. Nice. And come back to center. And then just for a moment, let's just point and flex our feet. Just wake those feet up a little. Separate the legs, take a few circles. And go the opposite direction. Great. All right, so then we're going to come on to all fours, all right? I'm going to just bring that forward just a little. Okay, so come on to all fours, and you can either be on fists or you can be on nice spread hands. If you have wrist problems, fists are better. So let's go ahead and take some easy cat-cows, so rounding on an exhale, and then inhale, draw the heart forward, and bring a curve into the low back. And exhale. And inhale. And again, exhale. And inhale. Nice. And then come down onto your forearms. And we're just going to wag our tail side to side, really like a big wag. So let your hips go over to one side. You can even come off the opposite knee. And so you're just going to get a little stretch on up the side of the hips into that IT band a little bit. Helps with some of the sitting you may have been doing, some of the gardening, different things like that. Great. And then let's separate the knees and come down into an active wide knee child's pose. So stretch your arms way out in front of you and come up onto your fingertips. So big stretch here. And then on an inhale, look up. And on an exhale, head comes back down. Take that 2 more times. Inhale, look up. Exhale, head comes back to the mat. And one more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, float the head down. Come back to all fours. Refinding table. Okay? And then we're going to go ahead and extend our right leg. So straight out. And then let your weight come into your right hand and reach the left hand forward. And think of stretching the arm and the leg away from each other. And then can everything lift just a little? And on an exhale, we're going to round and bring elbow to knee. And inhale, lift, and exhale, round. And one more of these. Inhale, lift, and exhale, round. And then reach again, looking forward, feeling strength in the abdomen, strength in the limbs. And exhale, set all of that down. Great. So taking the other side, extend the left leg, bring the right hand forward, and notice my palm is toward the midline, like I'm going to shake somebody's hand. And then stretch apart like you're stretching taffy. And then inhale, lift, and exhale, elbow to knee. And again, inhale, reach, exhale, round. Inhale, reach, and exhale, round. And again, coming forward and just finding that strength in the pose. Feeling strong, feeling grounded in the hand and in the knee. And everything floats back down. Good. So walk your hands forward about a hand's length in front of you. Spread your fingers, curl your toes, and come up into a downward dog. And let's go ahead and just use this to come into our calves. So bend one knee and let the opposite heel just float down and be heavy. And then take some breaths into that calf stretch. And then go over to the opposite side. So bend the opposite knee and let the other heel float down. And nice breath. Great. And then just step yourself forward and just hang in an easy forward fold. Let your knees be soft, and your hands can either be on the ground or you can hold opposite elbows. And release through the neck. You might just shake your head no and yes. Taking a few breaths here, nice big breaths. Great. Plant your hands on the ground, step back into downward dog, and then let your weight shift forward into a plank. If this kind of plank is too much, bring your knees down. Okay? Otherwise, draw your shoulder blades down the back, engage through the abdominals. Find your strength here. And then bring your knees down and your chest down. Keep your hands where they are under the shoulders. Tuck your elbows in like chicken wings. Keep all 10 toes down on the ground. And then on an inhale, come up into a baby cobra. And exhale back down. We're going to take that 2 more times. You can build these if you want. Come on up. And exhale, come back down. And again, inhale up. Your gaze is downward. And come back down. And then push back up into a table pose. And now bring your left foot out to the side. Bring your weight into your right hand. And then sweep your left hand up. And on an exhale, reach it through. And inhale, reach up. And exhale, reach it through. And again, reach up. And exhale, reach it through. And then bring that hand back down. And now cross that leg over the opposite one. And look over your right shoulder at your foot, so that you're feeling some stretch in the lower left belly and hip. Great. And then go ahead and bring that knee back. And then go ahead and extend the right foot. Let the weight come into the left hand. Sweep up, reach, inhale, and on an exhale, reach through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach through. Again, reach up. And exhale, reach through. Hand comes back. And then cross the right over the left. Look over the left shoulder. Taking a few breaths here into the low right belly and hip. And go ahead and bring that back. Curl your toes and then sit up on your knees and coming into this nice big foot stretch, okay? And just take a few breaths here, move the squats tight, and then come forward. And we're going to, all right, the excitement of UPS. All right, so we were up in our foot stretch, and then we're gonna come down and just gently tap your feet out. Great. Go ahead again, walk your hands forward, curl your toes, stretch back into downward dog. Bend your knees quite a bit. Think of sending your sits bones up, separating the sits bones, like you're spreading your butt apart. I know it's kind of gross, but it does help to think of the movement here. And then press into your hands more, open through the armpits. Take an inhale. And on an exhale, straighten the knees and let your heels come down to your degree. And take a few breaths into the mid-back. Take another inhale, and on an exhale, let the knees come down, separate the knees, bring the big toes together and come down into child's pose. Come up on the fingertips, big stretch. And again, 3 breaths. So inhale, look up. Exhale, float the head down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, float the head down. And one more time. Inhale, look up. And exhale, float the head down. Come back into table pose and curl the toes and shift the weight forward into plank. Soften the shoulder blades down the back. Lift up through the back of the thighs so that you're not kind of leaning down. Let the heart be heavy. Let the gaze be downward. And then let the knees come down, the feet come down. And again, we're going to take 3 cobras. So inhale, coming up. And exhale, back down. And again. And exhale, back down. And one more here. Inhale up. And exhale, back down. Bring the hands down by the sides. Keep the chin down. Keep the belly and the chest down. And we're going to lift the legs. So inhale like a fishtail up. And exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. One more. And exhale down. Turn your palms over. Now the legs stay down and the head and the chest lift. Inhale, reach the hands back behind you. And exhale, come down. 2 more of these. Inhale, lift. And exhale, back down. And one more. Reaching and exhale, down. Go ahead and turn over onto your back. And the first thing you're going to do is bring the knees into the chest and just take some circles on the low back to kind of decompress from those back bends. Anything that feels good here. And then go ahead and let the feet come down, knees stay bent, and bring your left ankle onto your right knee. Reach the left hand through this open space and take hold over the right knee or under the right knee kind of pit, whatever feels better. This left foot that you can see is flexed, and tuck your chin in a little so that you're lengthening through the neck. Just letting the breath come into that hip. You can think of the left knee kind of gently pushing away from the body, from the chest. And you can think of drawing this right knee in a little bit closer. Great, and go ahead and soften, come back down, and we'll just take the other side. So right ankle comes over left knee, right hand reaches through the open space, takes hold over the left knee or under the knee. Right foot is flexed, chin is tucked. And the right knee presses gently away, the left knee comes in a little closer. Sweet. And go ahead and bring that down. Extend the right leg, bring the left foot gently on top of the right knee, bring the arms out into a T, and then scoot yourself over onto the right hip, coming into a lateral twist. I like to bring my right hand over on top of my left thigh, and then I'm looking to the left. Easy breaths. Nice. And go ahead and gently come back up. Soles of the feet, lift the hips, extend the left leg, right foot comes on top, twist over to your left. Maybe take the left hand onto the right knee or thigh. Breathing into the low right back. Great. And then come back onto your back, extend your legs, and extend your arms overhead. Take a full length stretch. You can either flex or point your toes. Big, 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 big. And soften. And take that one more time. Inhale, stretch. And soften. All right, my friends. It is time to go back to work or have more coffee or walk your dog or there's my dog or whatever it is that the rest of this day calls you to do. All right. See y'all later.